You are live.
All right. Hi, everyone. So, yesterday we were doing some designing, drawing. Today I'm going to make one. I well, this is the one I want to make.
Sorry guys. Yes, work tomorrow.
That's the one we designed yesterday. We designed bunch. So we're going to show this one, how we're going to put it together and make it the real thing. Well, today I'm going to be working with wax carving, designing, and putting all back together, and show you guys how it's made. And afterwards, we'll be doing the silver or gold. We will decide what we're going to do with that. But I'm going to do some work. You guys watch it and have fun, enjoy it. I'll try to explain a few things while I'm working and tell you guys the steps, what it takes. Those are some of my tools. I work with all these tools to carve and to shape and to do stuff. And then those are, there's all kinds of shapes and forms here that I could carve and cut and do everything. And I'll be using my saw blade to cut things. I'll be working with my handpiece to drill and to also carve things. So I'm gonna start doing it. I parts of it I fabricated, made it ready, because this kind of piece usually takes about 3 to 4 hours, sometimes even longer, depending how much detail I'm putting into it to make. So I want to do it in like 25-30 minutes time. So I have a bunch of things I already did fabricated. So I'm gonna just cut it, put it back together, and then make the flower up here. And let's hope that I can put this thing together in 25 minutes. Let's do it. So this is what we're doing. We're making this. It's going to be pave line here, 3 lines, and that's going to be the flower up there. And then which I built this cap, and I drew as a flower. And this is the face, and it's going to go like that. And then I want to build one more cap. This is how I'm going to attempt to put together the flower. And also, I think first I want to do this 2-3 bars work. These are the wax pieces that I carved. So I'm going to cut this in half. I like this. This is I marked it like black because I like this as the top. Because when I look at the way they cut the stone shaped, I think this is the best where the top is. And then I want to put this here. Make this side piece. So the way I do it is I want to burn the wax together and make it stick together, and it won't come apart. So this wax is not your typical wax. This one has a lot of plastic and rubber in it. This is very hard wax. I'm gonna use some of it and then put it together. It works like this. This thing is hot. So I want to melt some of the wax. I cannot have it too hot because it's going to burn the plastic and it won't work. So it has to be perfect temperature. All right, this is one. This is one, and where's my other one? It's here. Okay. I want to make it a little bit hotter. That's where it regulates the temperature. Takes a minute to cool down. Alright, so this piece pretty much good. So what I want to do is now I want to build a top piece where I could, let's see what okay. I want to cut this in half. So this is where we're going to put the diamonds, and I want to file it down just a little bit. That's one. I'll be doing the next one. All right, so I want to remove this and do the angle. I want to make sure that.
Do we have
Maybe
it?
you
Oh.
can find it in here.
Consider.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Save some time.
All right, I think. Let me see how this works. Okay, I want to bring this down to here. I don't like where this is. Let's fix it. See, yesterday I was talking about this. While I'm working on my wax designing, I'm actually designing it. It's not only, there's no script, there's no final design. When I'm making it, I'm pretty much still designing it. Free forming it, whatever I have to do, little changes here and there to make it look the best. That's what I'm doing right now. So I think I want to bring this down so I could have this a little bit lower. So all I do is just cut it back off of it, like that. And then solder it here, actually. Yes. Right there, it's going to be perfect. pretty good. What I want to do is I want to put this together from the back, and then I can remove that little piece that I'm going to put now. I just want this to be holding together and from the back. Okay, now they're not going to be flopping around. This is going to be good and solid. So now I want to put this here like this. And I want to make sure the angle sits pretty good. Like, I think this is pretty good angle. Slightly tilting down, I like. I want to continue putting this here, like that. And then there. Okay, this is good. Now I want to do this side now. So I need to remove this little bit off that piece. We have here. So I'm gonna have to solder it together here, and right after check the angle. Okay, pretty cool. Like the angle.
Oh, okay. I was like, it looks rough.
Okay, now everything's becoming together. So right now I can like kind of look at it and see if I wanna. Yesterday I was designing, I was talking about maybe I want to make this side longer, this is shorter. Now it's time to make the final decision if I want to do it or not. This looks pretty good. For now I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to cut it. I want to do a little more work, put the flower that, and see if I want to leave it like this or cut it shorter. It's easy for me to do that later. So I want to continue at this point. I want to do the middle piece here. So I want to put a line where I can follow how thick I want it to be. So this thickness I already know. It's enough thickness where the bottom of the diamond is not going to come out and not going to hit the stone, the crystal, when I set the pavé work on it. So I just want to cut about this width. So I want to do a little bit of fixing here, like the thickness, the width, everything. Wanted to make it look nice and even. I have a lot of experience here. I'm doing by eye measuring. When I first started, I used to use a lot of tools to measure the width and thickness. I don't use it any longer. When I'm doing something that I have to, I can't do it with eye. I use those measuring tools. But for now, we go fast because I want to put it together fairly quickly. So here, I want to measure and see, like, kind of, I want it to start maybe like about this width would look nice. So I want to go ahead and draw it. I want to cut it from there. Pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna just clean it a little bit, make it nice and even and clean. I want to go a little bit of, since the crystal has a tip, sharp tip, I want to mimic that a little bit longer to bring the elements together, the design shape. Let's see how this looks. Something like that, which is not bad. I definitely don't want to go all the way. I want to keep it a little bit short. Something like that. I'll probably end up doing the angles here. It would look nice, but something like this would be pretty good. Like from there, I want to cut it. Straighten out like that. Let's put this here like that and use the wax. Where's the wax? Like that. Not bad. Looks pretty good. Okay, so far we got this going. I definitely want to cut the tip so I can see how this thing looks. What I'm doing is stitching together, welding it with the heat. Okay, so now it's almost there. Let's do these cuts and see how it looks. I want to see where's my markers there. I want to go like that, like that, and let's see how it looks. Now at this point, everything's becoming very fragile. You have to really work easy and take your time, be gentle with it. This is where the expertise will start coming in. You always want to go forward when you're doing something. You never want to go back and fix it again. If you don't have to, of course. That's one cut right there. Looks pretty good, right? Yeah, I like it so far. And I'm right-handed, so I have to go this way. All right, so far this is what we got. Okay, so I want to move on to the flower, and I prepared this. It looks like a cup, right? It's empty inside. I drew the leaves and everything. It was something like this before. So I'm gonna be working on this. You guys are gonna have a chance to see how I did this. First, I wanna pretty much, then I have the number 1 marked, like right there. I want to do this flower. So I want to do, where is it? What do I have here? Let's see. I want to do the lines first, just so I can follow the lines that I made. Remember, this is all like free form, but you have to have a steady hand. I've been doing this for a long time, so this is how it's done. So this is the back side of it. Again, the back side looks like that. I want to make sure approximate. There we go. That's number 1. Drew everything. Now I want to do a little bit deeper carving. Let's see this guy here. What do I have here? Let's see. Oh, I think this is gonna do it. No, not doing it. Actually, I want to get this other one. Where is it? I might be able to do it the opposite. Cool. This is nice. Nice carving. So I can follow the the lines that I did. I'm doing it a little bit deeper because in the end I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to make it all like smooth and curved. There's a technique to it. You don't have to do one by one with hand. You can actually do that, but it's going to take much longer and more time to do that way. Let me see if I cut it with the saw blade it's easier, or file it down it's easier. Which is easier? Not bad. It's going pretty quick. So I want to mark the front and the back so I don't lose it. There and there. So I'm trying to like go a little bit fast here so I don't take more than 25-30 minutes to like put this thing together here. Like I said, usually this kind of pieces take 4 to 5 hours to make. So I did a lot of this work ahead of time. There, I'm just making it a little deeper. Oh, I dropped my brush right there. So let's see how it looks now. Kind of not bad, looks pretty cool. So this is the inside piece. We're gonna be making the outside piece also. I think I want to cut it off now. And there we go. Cut it off. Pretty cool. I'm gonna just choose one of my files here. This is the one. I could be spending a bunch of time here shaping it, making it finer, and just bring the shape to it. I'm not gonna take too long doing this, just a little so I can see the end, how it's gonna look. This here right at this point, it's getting really fragile. I have to like hold my hand like really steady. I can't be squeezing. I can't let it go. So it's really like it takes that much you know, like control of your fingers, your hands, so you don't break the wax. Thinner it gets, more things like you're cutting to it, it gets even more fragile. So I'm going to be showing how I made this piece with this here. I have this pre-ready. So I'm going to take one of my files and I'm going to file this with my motor. So I'm going to make this like this piece here. I'm going to make the outside piece to be, I'm going to put it together like almost like wearing it, like a hat, like that. So this is how it's done. All these techniques over the years I had learned. I taught myself how to do this. So you guys are seeing it, how it's done firsthand. So I see. So I wanna give the angle to it. Kind of almost getting there. I think, yeah. All right. So I want to open the inside a little bit. Okay, I think I want to go a little bit shorter, too deep. Okay, it's pretty good. We're almost getting there. This is what I did with the yellow one. So the reason I'm doing different color waxes because I want to show you guys the variations and how it's done, and when it comes together how it's gonna look. So I'm going to try to break it off now. I think it looks pretty good. There we go. Came off. So that's that. And then now I'm gonna try to draw this and cut it like I did the top one, the inside piece. So now I want to go 1, 2, maybe 4, like large V here, and then we can go like that, and then there, and there. Yeah, this is it. So I'm gonna have it, yes, and the opposite would be like that, like that. Large cut there and there, and there, and there, right there, like that. Yeah. So I want to have a little mark from the inside. I think I want to do this here, the front and the back, so I know where the front and back is. So let's start cutting. So I'm gonna do a pretty big cuts here, and we're gonna be able to see the yellow part from these big cuts. It's gonna be visible, the inside piece. So it's gonna resemble a flower. We're in downtown Los Angeles, so this is how it is. A lot of noises out there. So at this point I can like do a little more work, do a little more measuring with eye, and then just forming it. I think we're pretty good. I can move on, show you guys the next level, next step, and so this goes together like that. Pretty cool. Awesome. And then we'll get this crystal part, put it together. So looks like this is what we have. So I'm gonna do this right now. I'm going to make a little, like almost like a pin, so I can assemble this thing together just roughly and then see how it is, how it looks free from my hand. Okay. There you go. I want to make sure this thing is gonna stay here. This is not gonna be the final piece resting here we'll be probably making with a nice handmade gold or silver piece here, but this is only for me to see how it looks. I want to put a hole through the yellow one. A little bit wider. It's very easy to go big. It's very hard to go small. That's why I always take my time. So that's that. This is here. Pretty much. So you know what? Back here looks like we have to put little angles because it's pretty wide. Like I don't like this sticking out. I just wanna carve it. Remember, you guys, this is free form. We're trying to make it as nice, as cool as possible. It has to work together. No one likes, I don't like angles and corners sticking out. Reassemble like this. Awesome. So where did my fire go? Right here. So I want to take it back out and do the casting separate from each other. But I just want to put it here so you guys can see how it's gonna look. So right now looks like everything's coming together. I have just this bail to make, and I want to make a bail real quickly, and I think we're gonna be pretty much done. I'll be working and doing some more work later on to do some fine tuning, fine fixing, things like that, but I'm gonna try to do one more bail and we're gonna wrap it up after that. Okay, let's use blue wax because I want to show you guys the variations. The colors will make it stand out. So because the stone has this sharp thing here, everything is kind of sharp, and the flower sharp, so I want to make a little sharp, almost like what do you call this, like elongated square kind of thing, resemble this whole thing. So I want to do a kind of like try to measure the length. It's pretty good. Maybe a little thicker, wider here, like this. This is all by experience. This is all, I've done so many like this that for me it's easy to kind of draw it like this, freeform it. I think it's a good size. Yeah, looks pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is now I wanna cut the here freeform. So I want little angle here. So and I need that width over there and the chain space about there. Actually, I want to bring it close here like that, and then the bottom like that. So I will be cutting it somewhere like that. Yeah. let's do this. Let's cut it here. Get this piece out of here. So I'm gonna cut the face. Well, not yet. Let's do this cut here. So right now I don't want to separate this piece. I want a piece where I can hold it kind of until I'm done holding, and then I can cut it off. So right now I want to do the shape. So this looks pretty good now. What I want to do is, I think I don't want to leave it flat. I want to give it some angle to it. It's always nice to give these kind of angles. I don't want too much drop in the back, but the front could be much more drop. That pretty cool. Let's go ahead and finish this. This is coming out pretty good. Let me get one of my fresas here that I can carve the inside where the chain is going to go. Pretty much I'm opening the space where the chain is gonna go. I want to do two sides of it. think it's plenty of space. Even though when we do the silver or gold, this thing's gonna shrink a little bit, but I think it's perfect sizing for shrinkage. I'm gonna cut it off. I don't need this piece. I was using this to hold. I don't need it anymore. I can cut it off. There we go. And I want to file it to to the desired shape and size. So it's gonna be like this. Eventually I'll put a loop here, like a circle loop, and get it through this and make this like moving. And I just want to like solder it here just for now, so I can see like the final look of it. And I'm gonna do that for a second. I can easily break it off. I just want to see how it looks. So here we go. Not bad. I will be working on this. I think right now I can stop doing what I'm doing. Most likely I can make this outside lines a little bit slimmer. The inside looks pretty good. The flower size is pretty good. I will make a decision if I want to go a little bit the leaves a little bit out. It's very easy for me. Let me do this way. Can record me. So at this point right here, it's very easy for me to do the casting, do the metal. It's very easy to hold it with a plier and then pull it out, shape it a little more, and then I have, I can do another 20-30% of designing left on the metal, and then I can measure things and then see what size stones I want to use when I do the pave. Accordingly, I can file it down slightly more, since I've built it in a way that I can do that, because in the bottom it's hollow. It's easy for me to file it down. It's not a solid one piece, where I never make anything like that. I don't like it when I see people make it like that. It's, it has to be, for me, it has to look nice and have to be delicate and not be too bulky, heavy, just pretty much ugly, and this way it looks the best. And I probably will be turning the leaves a little bit out. I might do that when I get the casting in. I think I'm gonna get it in Friday. So Friday I'll be working on the metal piece, and you guys will see some firing work where I'm doing like bunch of solderings, bunch of cleaning and sandpaper, filing, that kind of work at that point. And then it goes on to diamond setting, and it goes on to polishing and finishing the look. We'll have to look at it and kind of determine if we want to do white rhodium, black rhodiuming, or we're gonna do sand finish or brush finish or polishing. These are the choices that I have, and we'll be kind of looking at it and determining in the office what looks gonna look the best for this piece. And if we will be putting this video on YouTube also. And if you guys are interested to see it again, you can go YouTube. We'll be posting over there a little bit edited version, so we can make it look cool and nice, some music behind it. So yeah, and here it is. This piece takes about 4 to 5 hours, and yesterday was the designing. Today I did the wax. I got a few comments on I should do the crystal one, so I did the crystal one. Later on, we'll probably make the ring or the pendant that we designed yesterday, and maybe we'll leave that for another time and we'll design something else. If you guys have any ideas, any thing you want to see, please post, let us know. We'll be making videos about those, and there's a lot to do, a lot to show, a lot to share with. So anything you guys want to do, see, please let us know. We'll appreciate it. And please follow the YouTube channel. If you're not following Instagram, start following. We'll be posting a lot of videos and a lot of motivational posts and everything. We love motivation here. We love work. We love designing. That's what we do here, and appreciate you guys watching this beautiful piece that came alive. This was, again, it was in my head. Now it's real. It's in my hand, and that's what I do every day. I make we make things here happen. Yeah, we have this saying: "You dream it, we design it," and this is what we do. This is what I mean when I say that. Yes. So thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.